Welcome friends, we have been talking about the digestive system and its comparative anatomy in vertebrates. The present lecture is in continuation of the same. We have talked up to comparative anatomy of the buccal cavity. The buccal cavity can be circular as in case of agnathostoma, or it can have different shapes as in case of agnathostoma. Buccal cavity starts from mouth and ends in the pharynx. Mouth, as I have talked, can be anterior, it can be subterminal in position. It leads into vestibule, and which is followed by the buccal cavity. The accessory organs of the buccal cavity include teeth, tongue, and the various glands. The tongue is much diverse organ and is present nearly in all vertebrates. The tongue came into existence for the first time in case of cyclostomata and got diversified up to the mammals. In cyclostomata, the tongue is fleshy and bear horny teeth present on it. Since they don't have jaws, therefore teeth are present on the tongue, particularly in case of lamprey, where they use these horny teeth to puncture the higher vertebrates and derive the nutrition from them. The lamprey are ectoparasites. In case of fishes, the tongue is immobile and is primitive in structure. The same is the case with the Necturus, where again the tongue is immobile. Necturus is one of the amphibians. The tongue is highly modified in case of amphibia and is present in the buccal floor. It is attached on the front and free at the posterior end in case of frogs and toads, where they use the same structure for catching the prey. The tongue is highly sticky and bears numerous mucous glands, which are called as Weber glands. Tongue in amphibia, as I told you, is sticky and is highly prehensile and can be thrown out of the boundaries of the buccal cavity, and the throwing out process is followed by a sudden ejection of the lymph vessel and the lymph in the lymphatic vessel of the tongue. The tongue in case of turtles, crocodiles and birds is not that much mobile and cannot be taken outside the boundaries of the tongue. The tongue in case of reptiles, amphibians and birds is highly diverse, and in some amphibia it is non-protrusible. That means they cannot throw out the tongue beyond the boundaries of the buccal cavity. In case of turtles, crocodiles and some birds, it is immobile. In case of certain reptiles like that of a snake, Komodo dragon, the tongue is forked and has very important function to perform, and what is that function is that it has olfactory function. In case of Komodo dragon, it has been found that they can locate the prey from a distance of 1 mile. In case of mammals, the tongue reaches the highest level of differentiation. In case of mammals, the tongue is the organ of gustation, that is the organ of taste, and bears taste papillae on it. The diagram is showing the position and the shape of the taste buds. In case of mammals, there are 4 types of taste buds present on the tongue, which are circumvallate, which are the largest in size. The other 3 types are filiform, fungiform and foliate taste buds. The filiform taste buds are keratinized and cornified and does not bear the taste receptors on its surface, whereas the foliate and the fungiform taste buds have got the sensory structures present on their surface. The foliate taste buds are not present in case of man. The oral glands, that are the other accessory structures present in case of the buccal cavity, are the digestive glands, mucous glands that are present in the buccal cavity, and they are named according to the position they have. Number 1 is the infraorbital salivary gland, which is present just beneath the eye. Second are the parotid glands, which are present in front of the ears. Then we have submaxillary and sublingual. Submaxillary and sublingual are present at an angle to the maxilla, that is the jawbone, and the tongue. Certain poisonous glands are also found in the buccal cavity, particularly in case of snakes. These poison glands are the modified salivary glands. The largest salivary gland found is that of parotid gland. The secretions of the salivary glands are called as enzymes. One of the important enzymes secreted by the salivary gland is ptyalin or salivary amylase. The other enzymes are lysozyme and lactoferrin, which are antibacterial in action. Beyond the oral cavity, we have got the esophagus. Esophagus is actually a tubular structure which ends in a stomach. It arises just beneath the pharynx and ends in stomach. It has no serous coat. What is serous coat? It is the covering, outer covering of the intestine. It is the only part of the digestive system beyond mouth which is not having serous coat, the outer protective coat. Instead, it is having a covering of white fibrous connective tissue. In case of mammals, it passes through the diaphragm, and in other cases, since the diaphragm is not present, it directly attaches with the stomach. It undergoes peristalsis to throw out the bolus from the mouth into the stomach. The length of esophagus varies according to the length of the neck. Thus, in case of giraffe, in case of reptiles, in case of birds, the length varies according to the length of the neck. There are no digestive glands present in the esophagus. The esophagus has got its modification in the form of a crop in case of birds. What is crop? Is actually a diverticula or the modification or the sac-like formation of esophagus in case of birds, which acts as a storehouse of the food. In case of pigeon, the crop secretes the milk, which is called as crop milk, under the action of an hormone which is called as prolactin hormone. Both the sexes, that is male as well as female, are capable of secreting this milk. Stomach is a sac-like structure which is distensible and has got various modifications. It can be monochambered, which is called as monogastric stomach,